Hello everyone, my name is Callie. I'm here to go over what our Lego build looks like now and what it was at the beginning. We definitely did not start off with this giant Lego build in mind at all. We started off very small, very practical by taking different Lego sets to friends' houses and doing stuff with their kids. I have a family, yes, I have two kids by my own, a 9-year-old and a 12-year-old, and we spend many days in this room building and creating. And when we first started, it was off of things as simple as buying your own Lego kit out of a book and figuring out what we could do with the material we had here. Now this we did not buy brand new. We ended up buying this one off of Marketplace for I think $5 is what they were selling it. And as you can see, you can make a movie from this. This was our kids' very first Lego build that they were able to go off the pictures and build what they wanted it to become towards the end. Other ones are these guys. It's another fun little Lego build, but it's just a person. And if you look inside of it, the book gives you all the characters for Star Wars. So this is another one that we had done. And after that, we moved on to something like this, where we had a bunch of different Legos because friends had given my kids things, and they went on and built things like spooky nightmares. And of course, we went on to this one, that led to this one, that led to this one. Then my second child came along, and we ended up buying this Lego book for them. Huge fan of books and building from books, but also from your imagination. So a lot of our builds came from inspirations from these different books. And of course the library, huge resource for us. We're a huge library family. So anytime we can go to the library and get a Lego book, we find that opportunity and we just build from these amazing but true. And you'll find a bunch of other stuff that you could build. Now for us, because we've been doing this for so long, I end up buying a lot of things from Marketplace online. Friends give us things, and I end up cutting from the booklets and putting them onto drawers. And depending on what section it is, depends on how much we build from each little compartment. So we start off very small, and then it becomes bigger and bigger, larger and larger, and then we add it to those bigger dresser kind of plastic Tupperware items. Now we do have a bunch of these, which are quite interesting because you have a ton of these that can become anything really. So these guys here, which then gives us an idea of what they are. And so we took from those books that I had showed you and we pasted on the picture of what each Lego item is. So these are 1x1 round plates. So my kids will tell you, oh, I like to have the round plate, and they'll go and they'll grab as many of them as they want. This got so large, it was a little teeny tiny drawer, and it grew to this one. And since we use it so much, we ended up putting it in a box that the lid was broke. Now, these are probably the only thing I have bought brand new from the dollar store. And it's very hard to find them now because they do look like Lego. And I think a lot of people use them for Legos now. But we have about 30 of them. And they all look like this. I'm going to show you around the room because I think it's a very unique layout of how we have it. It works for our family quite well. And this is basically our box of towers, tower of boxes. And it looks a lot like that. Now I have taken the time to decorate them to figure out what goes where. So for example, that's all the little gun pieces that you shoot out. And if you've messed around with Legos long enough, you know exactly what to do with those pieces. And then you go up and we have our, what are those? The ball joints. They're the thicker ones. They're the not so thick ones. So I definitely have them in here. My kids and I have taken the time to put them all in the separate compartments. That's for the slides. And as you can see, they're a bit bigger. So I've put them in their own little area. And that is the Tower of... And if I pull one of these out, you can see what it means by looking like a Lego block. So if I take this one out here, you can see what it looks like, which looks just like a Lego brick. At least I think it does. I think it does. So that one's that section. Now I do have this secured somewhat to the wall. It's just a bit wobbly. All of my stuff is attached to the wall. That is furniture. I just have it attached from below, but it's definitely in there. And there's a box behind there because it's just, there it is. And then we have this section here, which is for the roller coasters. Above is just junk, stuff that I put in there that I need for other builds. So stuff like that to organize. My kids don't really go into that one because it's too high up, which is why I have the extra build stuff. Now down here is all of the extra pieces that I use just in case I need something that might not be Lego, but I can use it for play sets. A lot of these are little netting. I use that a lot for fishing, for climbing, for kid structures. Whatever I want to build with netting, I always get from bags of potatoes, bags from onions, whatever. What is this one? Oh, onions. This was an onion one. And I have other ones too that are bags. This one is a hammock. I made a hammock from there once from Legos because it has the draw straps. I mean, I always keep extra stuff just to use for our Lego builds. And then we have a 3-tier Lego crate. This is all the tall pieces. So these are rather tall, these little pieces. Now I do have them labeled so we know exactly what they are. For example, these are bricks that are 1 by 2 by 2, 1 by 1 by 5. We have a 1 by 1 by 6 round column. So if I open this up, you can definitely see in there as much as you can see. So the pieces that are gigantic are the ones that go on the bigger ones. Like all of this, which is the roller coasters, the amusement park stuff, rides, all go in here. Again, it's too big to have in a smaller container as I have in here. And then once these get filled, I then go out and get something like this. Now we move on to the next pieces. This is all the kind of like the flats. And I have 3 different ones. These are all the 2s by 4 by 6, but they're 2 by somethings is this one here. And then going down below is any piece that is flat but differently shaped. So it could be a circle, it could be a pentagon, anything that we have that is oddly shaped go right into that drawer. Goes right into there. Then down below is all the flat pieces that are rectangles or squares. I have those in here. And as you can see, there is a ton. There are so many. So my kids absolutely love going to this one, especially their friends. Over here's all the extra little Legos that you can ever imagine having as a kid. Has their own spot. Now with us, what worked extremely well is leaving some blank, anticipating that you're going to have more later on down the road. Because you have to remember, this was probably, my son is now 12. Now we built this when he was 4 and started going out of little Duplos into the actual Legos, and we finally had sets that he was building. He did not like looking for pieces. This is an excellent way for him to visualize what we had for him to use. And it was actually under his bed for the longest time. All of these were just kept under his bed, which worked perfect for us. And each area is colored by fingernail polish, covered with tape, which is why it doesn't really fall off anymore, which I learned that trick later. As you can see, some of these have, let's see, this is one of the first ones he's had. Are there any that, yep, right here. So if you look closely, you can see a little bit worn off. After that started happening, I realized that I should cover them and protect them. So I used tape to go over it, and it's never, ever, ever fallen apart. It's kept really well, really nice and clean. Now, every section has a theme to it. So these are all like anything that pinches, and they're all called clips. Scorpio clips. We have 1x1 bar plates that go to the clips. I mean, these are all very much detailed as far as where they're placed. And I try to keep it that way. Sometimes you can't plan for this, but it will happen where you have too many of them. So then we put it next to the box that has what we're looking for. So this, for example, looks like it could be used for like tools, for like tractors or whatnot. So then we put next to it tractor connecting pieces that might be shovels. Could be shovels, could be anything that goes with a, let's see. Yeah, pretty much like any construction site piece is in here. So even we have these little car wash pieces. I have no idea what you call them, but these guys are amazing, and those go in there too. So of course it's a work in progress. So up here, it's not quite labeled yet, but I also can't find the picture to go with it. So that's the other problem. Finding the pictures that go with each item that's in there is tough. But when you find it, you'll know where they go, and you can just kind of put it where you want it to go. Like, I've never found a picture to go with that one yet, so I don't know what it's called. But there's that. And then going down, again, these are very specialized pieces. So these are things that have circles, very much circles. And they go to the Techno pieces, Lego Technic axle connectors, Lego Technic lift arm, left hand axle. So all of these are like the Techno pieces. And if you go down one crate more, I have extra ones that are houses and let's see, gates and ladders. This one here is the ladder section. So we have 3 of them. We have one that looks like it would go with a fire truck, a house ladder. This would be bars that aren't quite a ladder, but maybe it's for a prison or a jail, I'm thinking. But we've yet to figure that one out. Again, it is called connection. So there we go, barred windows. So it is kind of like a jail. And then, of course, we have more of the realistic ones. The people, they all have their own separate ones. So we have the legs, the head, the hats, the connector for the feet, the backpacks, whatever you want to connect with the people go here. House things, which are very, 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 very close of getting their own little Lego box, because as you can see, it is very, very full. It's getting to be a bit much. My kids can't even go through here and see things. That's when I go from these little boxes and graduate to one of those Lego boxes or like a drawer. I mean, we have animals here. The animal ones are a big hit. They love those. What else is a big hit? Oh, all the bars. Anything that is like bars that are straight all go in here. And then, of course, since I like to have a system, it's all the straight pieces are in there. So if they go like this, you can see all the straight pieces. All the straight pieces. They're kind of all together. 1, 2, and 3. There's that. Now, if I go down below, we have all those drawers. All those drawers. Now, This is what we do after we get a drawer up there that is getting too filled. We simply add it to something that looks like this. And I take the stickers, I literally peel them off, and I put them under there, or I cut them, and I put them on here again. All of these are put on with tape. It's all tape, which has worked extremely well for us. So this one here, it's actually my favorite. This one is all the leaves, all the nature. Then we have all the curved pieces, like the curved bricks go in here. I even have a little piece extra that go in there that I'm not quite sure what I would even call this, to be honest. It doesn't have one of these hooks on here like this. It's just kind of curved, which will probably get their own little box at some point, because I don't know where to put this yet. So it's just hanging out there. Then above is we have wings, a lot of wings. We have a lot of wings. So those have their very own section because they're just too gigantic to put in something like that. And it's too long. It tends to get really stuck. So when our pieces become really stuck and hard to pull the drawer out of, we'll retire them and we'll graduate them to something like this. Now over here is another 3-section drawer. So we have that one. Actually, this has got to come off. This one here is one that went from being in the drawer to now being in a bigger box, and I'll get to that after this. And this is all the different things here that could be in this box, but now it's graduated, so it's out of here. But that's what was in there before. And I think what's going to go here next is going to be more of these eye pieces, side studs, bricks with side studs. So all of these here are going to have more to it. And there are 3 different kinds in this box. There's one with 4, there's one with 2, and then of course in here, if you pull this out, and of course you don't have to have it all this organized like this. You can do something completely different that works for you and your family. But there's that one. So that's 3. And then all of these are like the car, what are these, brackets? These are the brackets that we have here for the kids. And there are the big brackets, the small brackets, the long brackets, the medium-sized brackets, I'm not so sure. And then back here are all the really specialized ones where, wait, did we even go in here? Let's see. Oh yes, these are the large ones. They're super, super big. But they look kind of like this. So there's that one. So as you can see, you can kind of do your own thing when you separate these and add them to your own boxes if you wish to do something like this. And then we have the circles. So all of these are your plates. Turnable plates, turnables again, all these turn. So we have the small ones, the medium ones, and the really thick, long ones. So if you open this up, and you look inside, they open relatively quickly. Like I said, how you organize is completely up to you. We've used egg cartons, and for us, it's the cheapest way to do it, to keep everything in line, and we absolutely love it. This is like probably my favorite way of organizing them, and they stay nice. There's another egg one. There's the medium, small ones. And then here are the very large ones. There's the bigger ones. And then you have single ones, which are here. And you have the thicker ones, which are here. There's that. This is all stuff I'm working on. I've created a gymnastics gym. And that will be one of probably my second series. The first one's going to be a playground one. But this is the one I started with my kids. And we're doing a playground then. And then we're going to do a gym next. And then down here are kind of Legos, but they're not Legos. They are, what is this thing called? Well, that says Lego. It's not supposed to be in there. Mega blocks? They're not Legos, but this is the and more. So we're going to build with Legos and more. So these mega blocks are also very fun to build with. They're just a bit different. Now moving over to here, which is our display So all my kids that we've built together with. So we got cars. We always have stuff on display. Now, a rule here for my kids is if it's on display, you're not allowed to play with it unless you ask. It's pretty simple. Now, we also have a huge toolbox. Now, this toolbox is for, I don't know if you guys have ever seen these, but if you don't have one of these, they usually come in any little set that you get. Lego does a really good job of providing these, but we have so many. However, I have now learned that you can use these in different ways, not to just take Legos apart. You can actually build a roof, which maybe I'll get into one day. So this is our display. Then going up, yep, we've got more area to organize our Legos. And we have, these are more of the smaller stuff, the tiny stuff, the money, the little joysticks for cars and whatnot. You have the car hoods right here. And we have even more of the little boxes. Again, these are great. If you don't have a lot of them, then you can graduate to other things that work for your family. Now for us, we love our organizer. This is probably my favorite thing to have in our kids' Lego space. And this is where all our big blocks go. So what that means is you have those, and I actually have it way down here too. And how we've organized it is we have the flats. These are the flats pieces here that go to more of a, not really a flat, but ones you can stick to the top. And I have them very much organized from smallest to largest. And again, it's however you want to build your little Lego set organizer, however you want, but this is how we do ours. And then it goes to the right, like you're reading a book. It's got even bigger, and then it goes to the bigger blocks, which are these things here. So this is probably my favorite section out of everything that we have. And then down below, we have our doors. All of our doors and our windows. And then we have our little people that are already built. Those guys are fun. And we have all the Legos. Remember the Legos I said we had to retire and put into something bigger? That's these. So these here, every brick that has some kind of a print on it. This one has a number 1. So it would be probably a race car. Does this have a print? Yep, this is my daughter's little Heart Lake shopping mall. So all of these, if my kids are like, oh, I really want a clock, or I really want a pool table with the numbers on it, well, we come here. And this is where we can most likely find it. So everything that has prints on it, this is the amusement. That should actually go with the amusement park, but this is the amusement. Here are the Legos with, oh, an arrow. So all of these are very specific ones that you have stuff that's written on them. And one more space that we have is the car space. So these are all the wheels. So we have the wheels that are already put together, which are down here. Then we have the, I guess, what would this be? The axles, what is this? Small, narrow rims and axles. So yeah, so these are the axle plates with the rims connected to. Then above that is the actual rubber of the rims. So if you open this up, like this, you have all the rubber. So we have this piece here, which is the rubber, the tire. We have more, we have that rubbery stuff. So that's a fun one too. And above this, now it's kind of like a 2-prong one. This is like their rims, but they're also, they could be a pulley system, I guess. I mean, you can use these so many things you can do. You can attach it to rods. They can go to the end of the rods. The techno pieces. I mean, there's just so much to do. I really don't know why they're here, but that's where they've been for quite a while. And we're missing a drawer. This is one that a friend gave me. She was going to throw out. And I was like, no. We have the perfect solution for this. Do not throw it out. A lot of the stuff that we do get, we get from secondhand stores. Definitely people that are putting things on the marketplace saying, hey, we want to get rid of this. Who could find a use or purpose for it? And well, I always raise my hand and I say, me, we could. So this is literally our Lego set. And I hope you enjoyed the tour. I hope this has given you some ideas. We have definitely been doing this for about, geez, my kid is 12 now, 12, 11, 10, 9, about 9 years now. So this has been definitely a fun journey for us. This has been probably one of the most favorite things that my kids do with their friends when they come. They always play with Legos and they always create so much, and it's been so fun. And here's some more. So I forgot to show you this. So here's another one. These became really quite large, overfilling. So we added it to its own drawers, and these are the ones that are sloped. So these are your slopes. 1x2 slope, 2x3 slope, and this might actually become probably one of these next. Probably one of these. I'll have to probably get one of these when I see them on sale or someone gives them away. I will most likely be buying this because I've learned that this is 4, but you can also make it go to 6 to 7 to 8. So depending on what you have, ideally, I would love to have this for all of my Legos. So have everything look exactly alike. But for right now, this is what we're getting. This is what we have. So we'll probably be getting that after a while. And those are the very textured pieces. Textured bricks. And more textured bricks. I think that's about it. Oh, here's some more. So under this desk, we have a desk here. And under the desk is another kind of 4-tier drawer system. This is for the Jar Ninja Jagargo. I'm saying it completely wrong. I know I'm saying it wrong. I'm sorry. Ninjago. Let's see. It is labeled. What does it say? Ninjago? Oh yeah, Ninjago. This is all the Ninjagos, all the way in there. And then we have shipwrecks, anything with ocean, anything with boats. That's in there. And these are the pieces that are jumper plates. And then you got more jumper plates, the smaller ones. So yeah, I think that concludes the tour of our Lego room. I hope you guys had a great tour. I hope this has inspired you and your family. Maybe spend some time together and do a little building. And I hope you follow me for really amazing videos. I hope this has been fun. And I hope you have a wonderful day. It's a snow day for us, so we're gonna be building a lot today. And our inspiration comes from friends and family. Our inspiration comes from the different Lego builds. And I can't thank everybody enough for giving us so many ideas. And yeah, I just don't know what else to say, but have fun. And I hope I see you back on my channel for a lot of fun and amazing videos. Take care.